So in the previous session, I have already discussed about SAS options. In that, we already covered how to control the variables, how to control the observations, how to rename the variables, label the variables, and how to give a proper title to the program. Each and everything in detail we have covered already in the last session, right? So today we are going to talk about SAS functions, okay? So here, so I told you in the last session, normally functions which helps in analyzing and processing the data, right? So mainly there are three type of function available in SAS. One is numeric, second one is character, and third one is date and time functions. Okay, so first one is numeric, second one is character, and the third one is date and time. Okay, so we can discuss each and everything in detail. Okay, today we can talk about numeric functions. So I have listed some of the numeric functions here, so we can discuss one by one each and everything. You can see I have a data set here, employee, right? Data, employee, input, I have got employee ID and their salary details, salary 1, salary 2, salary 3. So this is, weekly salary, week 1, salary 1, salary 2, salary 3. Okay. And the employee ID, I have listed here 101, 102, 103, and you can see, weekly salaries here, right? 1,000, 200, 7,000. That is the first row, right? So what I need is, I need to find out the total salary. So we have got, 3 weeks salary listed here, salary 1, salary 2, salary 3. So I need to find out the total salary. So normally to find out the total, we use a function called sum function. Okay, sum function. So we can see that. Okay. So this is the data set I have. Okay. So this is the data set I have. So what I'm going to find is, can you see the data? So this is the output, right? So employee ID, salary 1, salary 2, salary 3. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to generate a new data set. Okay. So in that, I'm going to find out the total salary. Okay. So first, before using sum function, we can try with sum operator. Okay. We can try with sum operator. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep the parent data set as it is. So this is my parent data set. So when you go to the library, you can see the data set here also, right? So let me delete this data. And this is your data set, right? Employee data set, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to generate a new data set, employee data, employee 1, EMP1, anything, any name you can provide for the new data set. The only thing is, you need to remember, you need to follow the SAS naming rule. I hope you all remember that, right? In the first session, I have already covered everything, right? So you need to, I hope you remember some of the rules I told you, right? When you are providing a dataset name, you are not supposed to start with the numbers. You can start only with the alphabets or underscore. The maximum character you can provide is 32, right? And tell me? Yeah. Yes. So spaces are not allowed in between the dataset name. Correct. Okay. So what we are going to do, we are going to create a new dataset using set statement. Okay, set copy the data from where? Copy employee. So normally set statement, we used to copy the data from one data set to another data set, right? So what I have done from employee is the parent data I have. So right, this is the data set I have. From that, I'm going to copy the data, right, into a new data set. So which is the new data set here? EMP1 is the new data set. And here I'm going to create a new variable called total. Total is equal to, we are going to use sum operator now. Okay, before trying sum function, we are going to use sum operator. So here I'm going to find out the total of salary 1 plus salary 2 plus salary 3. Okay, you can remove the space, or you can leave the space, no issues. Okay, that will not cause any issue. So right. Okay, so this particular data set, I'm going to print it. Proc print data is equal to emp1, right? This is the new data set run, right? So what I have done, I'm going to generate a new variable total is equal to, you can give a variable name, anything. Still you need to follow SAS naming rule. That's all, while assigning the variable name also, while assigning the dataset name also, you need to follow the SAS naming rule. So here we are going to find out the total of these three variables. So when I run this, I can see the total, right? This is very much correct. When you go to the log window also, you can see there were three observation read from the data set, because in the data set we have seen, like three observation, right? So here in the parent data set, I had three observation, and how many variables I had? Three observation and four variables, right? Employee ID, salary 1 and salary 2 and salary 3. In the output, the second data set, I can see there are how many variables? Five variables, because we generated new variable called total. In that we have the total value, that is 1000 plus 200 plus 7000, that is 8200, right? So this is fine. How we found the total? Using sum operator. But the issue is, most of the real data set, you will have many observations, right? So there are chances of missing values. So for example, just imagine this value is missing here. Okay, so 101, he got first week, he got 1000, second week he didn't get anything, third week he got 7000. That doesn't mean that he didn't get anything. How much total he got? He got 8000, right? 8000. So second and third observation, there is no issue. We have got all the observations. So let me run this and show you how the data set is now. We have got one missing value in this particular data set. This is my parent data. So what I'm going to do, this data set I'm going to copy again, and I'm going to run this command. Okay. So you can see in the output, total is missing here, right? You can see total is missing here. So what happened here? If you have a missing data in the data set, when you use a sum operator, the result will be what? Always missing value, right? So to avoid this, what you need to do? You need to use sum function. So how to use sum function? You can say sum open bracket. Instead of this using this operator, you can use comma here. Sorry, here. Okay, so what I have done, total is equal to sum open bracket salary 1 comma salary 2 comma salary 3. So now you run and see, you can see the total is 8000. So what is the difference between sum operator and sum function? If you have a missing value in the data, sum operator returns the value always missing. Total will be always missing. But if you have a if you use a sum function instead of sum operator, it will neglect the missing value and find out the non-missing values total. You got it? Okay. So actually here you have seen like how SAS is calculating. When you use sum function, it is taking the value across, right? So always function calculate horizontally. That means across, and procedure calculates vertically. We'll talk about the procedure later on. So this is a common question in the interview. They ask, what is the difference between SAS function and procedure? So function always calculates across the variable, right? Across the value horizontally, and procedure calculates always vertically. Okay. Anyway, later on we can discuss in detail. Okay. And one more thing I wanted to tell you, this is okay. We have, like hardly, 3 or 4 variables we have right here. So what about, what like if you have many variable like salary 1, salary 2, salary 3, salary 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, So in that case, you don't need to write, this way. You can use salary 1 hyphen salary 3, but you need to use of keyword here. Okay. Sum of salary 1 hyphen salary 3. If it is salary 1 hyphen salary 100, you can say salary 1 hyphen salary 100. So it will take all the variable. Okay. There is no difference in the output. Take all the values. But for example, if you have a value, like here it is a sequence variable, right? 1, 2, 3. So that is the reason you could give, salary 1 hyphen salary 3. So it will go like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's the way, right? If you have many variables. But for example, you just imagine this value is um, some other value, like they have given week 2, or just, like amount 2, or something like that, week 2, amount 2, or just amount, or whatever. So in that case, see, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to run this. So now the data set got changed. Now, when you run this, it will not take salary 1 hyphen salary 3. It will not take 3 variable, because it takes only sequentially, like, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that is the way. So once you have, different variable, you can see the output, the output, you can see salary 1, then amount, salary 3, and total here, this amount is, like nowhere it's coming. You can see it is second observation, you can see it is taking 1000 plus 7600. This amount is, not considering it, right? So here you can see there is a variable got generated, salary 2, right? So how it is calculating? So 1000 plus 7600 plus salary 2, because you have given salary 1 hyphen salary 3. So it is taking, how 1, 2, 3, that is the way, right? In sequentially. So if you have a non-sequence variable, what you need to do is you need to use 2 hyphen here. That indicates it is a non-sequence variable. Okay, the variables are not in sequence. So now when you run this, you get a proper output. You can see salary 1, amount, salary 3. So it is taking the complete value.